Hey, what's up? It's Kristof from Budapest, Hungary, and today I'm going to teach you my special bass sound. So let's go. First of all, you have to know that this bass can be done with RC-505 only. I'm gonna give you the basic principles behind this bass, and then we're gonna talk about how to use it in a song. Also, please don't forget that I'm putting this knowledge out for free. If you liked what you heard, please share it with others and give me a subscribe, a like, and let me know in the comments below what should I cover next. If you want to learn more about Loopstation music, I'm available for one-on-one lessons. Just hit me up on Instagram and I'll let you know the details. I always wanted to do this. Alright, so this sound is fairly simple. It uses 2 track effects only. But before you can activate them and get the YOI sound, you will need a fat, full bass sound. I would recommend the panning delay or roll bass first if you're using an RC-505 only, but you can use a second device. Just be sure that it's fat and full, rich in harmonics. With RC-505, the bass we can use, the rolling bass, it sounds like this. What I like to use is coming from my GT1000 and it sounds like this. And now, big revelation time. So the 2 effects we are going to use is a filter and a lo-fi or a ring mod. The order of the effects is really important. You want the lo-fi or the ring mod at track effects C. So this is gonna be the last effects. For the filter, you can use A or B or even both if you want to combine the rhythms. I'm going to show it later. Alright, let's dive into the proper effect settings. For the filter, you want a pretty high resonance, somewhere between 50 and 65. You want the cutoff to be pretty low, somewhere between 0 and 20. And the depth should be around 80 or 90, depending on how low your cutoff is. The lower your cutoff, the more depth you want. The higher your cutoff, the less depth you want. You can use whatever rate, but I recommend using time-based rate settings. So I'll show you here. I use the triplet quarter note. If you use only the filter on your bass sounds, it will sound like this. You can hear that high. That's the resonance. And that is gonna make the YOI sound as soon as we add our lo-fi to it. About the lo-fi settings, you want the bit depth pretty high or off as you wish. For me it's now 14, but you can put it to 15 or off depending on what you wish. And the sample rate is the tricky one. Depending on how high or low sample rate you set, the more masculine or feminine the YOI sound is gonna be. If you put it too low or too high, you will lose the effect, so I'll just demonstrate it real quick. We are going to start sample rate 1 to 2, and we're gonna go all the way to 1 to 32. I found the sweet spot to be around 14 to 20-ish. But depending on what you want, you can just tweak it as you wish. Another important setting is the balance. For the lo-fi, you want it 0 to 100. So you want your lo-fi all the way in. There's an easy variation of the YOI bass sound. I just call it the siren YOI because there's gonna be like a high pitch something going on. And this is made by changing the lo-fi to ring mod. The ring modulator is a pretty easy effect because it has like 2 controls, but you have to find the sweet spot for both. It's gonna sound like this. So for ring mod, as I said, you have 2 settings, the frequency and the balance. For the frequency, you want it to be around 64, 65. As before, I'm gonna tweak it and show you what's happening as you go up and down with the frequency. There's no actual YOI happening if it's too low. Now we have a YOI YOI YOI. And this one is just simply killing the listener's ear. So you really want this to be between 55 and 65. For the balance, you want it 50-50. You want your original full bass sound with a lot of low end, and you want this high end and modulated YOI sound too. So you should set it right in the middle. Now let's see how to use the YOI bass. The level 1 use of the YOI bass is just putting the effects in and let it work. But this is pretty basic, so you want a bit more variety and interest in your loops. You can use your bass sound and the YOI together by turning the effects on and off. In order to make that happen, you have to push track effects B and C at the same time. So this is pretty good, huh? But you can do better. You can have your YOI bass in one kind of rhythm, then another kind of rhythm, then you can use your normal bass, so you can vary up your drop with 3 different elements. In order to make this happen, you want to set up your track effects A almost the same as B. You just want a different time signature for your rate. So check this out. Notice that for switching the rhythm, I have to push A and B together, so A is turning off and B is turning on at the same time. And when I want to turn off the effects, whichever track effects I had last, I'm going to push it together with C. But you can go even crazier. You can use your bass sound, your YOI sound with another rhythm, and just a filtered bass with different rhythms too. So as you can see, you can do pretty complex drops with this YOI sound. I really encourage you to discover your own rhythms, your own patterns, but it's really important to make sense. Don't just turn on and off your effects randomly. Come up with a pattern, come up with a rhythm, come up with a, structure, how you turn them off and on, when it's just filter, when it's just not. So it's gonna be complex, but making sense, because complexity is not equal with randomness. One extra idea for the end, you don't have to stick to a bass. You can use it with chords, but remember, it's gonna work more and more beautiful if your sound, your carrier sound, is more full and more harmonically rich. So let's check that out. So this is it for the YOI bass or the YOI sound. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, hope you had something out of it, and please don't forget to share this with others, and don't forget to give me a subscribe, a like, and let me know in the comments below what should I cover next. Also, don't forget that I do live streams where you can ask for beatbox remixes or genres or whatever. I just go with the flow and improvise with you guys live on the spot, looping, having fun, connecting, doing this together. So just please, be sure to check that out and join in. Alright, one more time, hope you enjoyed the YOI bass, and see you next time. Until then,
keep doing it, keep doing it.